everyone. Welcome to our fireside chat today. I'm Lori Cutts. I head up agency partnerships here at Everflow. And today we're going to discuss how agencies drive growth. Agency partners have been a key part of Everflow's growth. And for many of our clients as they look to grow and scale their partner programs. And we have the good fortune today of having Jason Sayers, who's the Director of Business Development at All Inclusive Marketing. He has over 15 years of experience across affiliate marketing, influencer marketing, mobile app marketing, and lead generation. So a lot of great experience. So really excited to have Jason join us today. And to kick things off, Jason, I was just hoping you could talk a little bit about yourself, give us an overview of all-inclusive marketing, how you got your start in the industry, and share what you're most focused on right now.
Awesome. Well, hello, everyone. So I've been at AIM for about 6 months now and known them very well in the industry. Been around for about 15 years. Started with Ian Bundy out of Vancouver. Knew Sarah as a competitor back in the day. So All Inclusive is actually his 15th year, is been around for 15 years now. So, and they were purchased by Plus Company in 2020. And then now we're just growing as a company, added Charlie as the president of the company. So it's fun to be in this new environment and really, grow still into the affiliate space that I've been around forever. It seems like I've been kind of the behind the scenes guy in the industry, not really done a lot of these, live events, but I've started my career basically in the private label industry. Worked in China, worked in Germany for a long time, and was sick of the traveling all the time and wanted to be in the States. So live in Castle Rock, Colorado, and there was this small agency starting up called Smarter Chaos. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take a turn in my career, and went to apply for the job and got it. And I was an AM starting in and basically learning the affiliate space from Matt Ferrari and the team over at Smarter Chaos. And we just grew and grew for about 8 or 9 years. I was there bringing in big brands, Enterprise, Pepsi, a lot of subscription box programs from Manscaped, Dollar Shave Club. So I was kind of into that, whole men's grooming program. So it was kind of cool. And then it just grew from there. And then Smarter Chaos was purchased. So after that, I kind of I don't know what I want to do. I still want to stay in the affiliate or get out. So I went and did some consulting for agencies, ad agencies and stuff like that. And then went into the influencer space at Mavely, and then kind of worked there for a year or so, built that program as the VP of sales and brand. Loved the influencer side. So left that, but affiliate called me back. So now I'm at AIM and I'm loving every minute of it. And great team, a lot of experience, especially working in the enterprise, the outdoor space like Cabela's, Arc'teryx, brands like that. So it's been fun. What I'm working on right now is just building both sides of the business, the B2B and the B2C side. The B2B side is growing every day in the market. Back in the day, no one wanted to touch it. It was nothing, it was like, oh no, B2B affiliate's not going to work. But now it's really taken off, and we're doing quite a large, probably half and half of our business now is B2B, and it's growing every day. And I'm looking to grow that in the AIM side of the biz dev business and the marketing. That's a little bit about myself and what AIM is, and looking forward to Q&A questions here, and we'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I mean, it's always great to hear how people got their start in the industry. It's always something where I feel like people get in and then it's hard to get out because there's just so many opportunities and You've had some great experience with some really strong brands, which is always great to hear. And then the evolution of the industry kind of, started more on the B2C front and now has, expanded into B2B a lot more, which is really interesting. So one of the questions that I get a lot from some of our brands that work with us are, what criteria should they consider when deciding whether or not they should work with an affiliate agency? And can you also share examples of, so why a brand might work with an agency versus kind of managing a program in-house?
Yeah. So, from experience, from back and then today, things have changed, evolved different ways. Back in the day, it was like a lot of people didn't do in-house affiliate programs. It was all like OPMs, agencies. Now it seems it's going kind of back and forth. I'm seeing more of a trend. Brands are like, well, we're going to try to take it in-house and work with the team and see if it works. Well, most of the time they come back because it doesn't work a lot of times, because it's relationships that like OPMs like us, we have with the partners, the experience in managing campaigns. Our average, AM and director levels are 9+ years. Our managers are 6+ years. And then we have getting trained by the younger guys. Training program is great because they learn from the best in our team. And that's really, comes down to it is finding the right mix and finding the right agency that will, it's a fit for your particular product. And I think that's a key component. Vetting out many different agencies, affiliate agencies, is what I think a lot of people do. It's not, they just don't go with one or another. But in-house, there's a lot of processes put in place to make programs successful. Is making sure the creative side is up to par. It's the tracking. There's so many different aspects of what our team at AIM can do and make sure everything is perfect before a launch. I've seen a lot of issues with programs launching new brands and the tracking's not working, or there's certain aspects of the program's not working. But it comes down to it's having the relationships with the publishers and finding the right publishers for that particular brand.
Yeah, it sounds like it's definitely a partnership in terms of the brand providing sort of those creative strategies and brand goals, but the agency can really grow the program due to all the relationships they have, plus the experience they have, managing multiple programs. So they get some learnings there, and you can apply that to your program as well, which is nice. And you kind of alluded to this, but what are some of the common mistakes that brands make when managing their affiliate programs? And what are some of the steps they can take or strategies they can employ to kind of avoid making some of those mistakes?
A lot of mistakes I see, like especially of a net new program, they get the campaign set up on a platform and it's without assistance from an agency like ours that can help make sure it's perfect, is like accepting partners that are not going to drive the traffic, or partners that could potentially drive fraud. A lot of times you go into new campaigns and you have millions of people applying for a campaign and they don't know who are they, not doing the research. They're just sitting and accepting. And I think that's the biggest issue I've ran into in the past, is it's like, you make sure the right people, it's quality over quantity in the affiliate space, in my opinion. And finding the right partners. And that's the key that I've seen a lot of programs make mistakes. Taking it in for 6 months in-house, and then all of a sudden they're calling us and saying, hey, we need your help. This is not working. That's a big aspect of I've heard a lot and then just auto approve. I've so many issues with that, is like, oh, we just set an auto approve and we got 10,000 affiliates on our program. We don't know who is who. That I've heard that 100 times. That it really makes an issue with ramping a program. Another thing is affiliate doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. It takes time to get things rolling. It takes 90 plus days. Anybody that says it's going to take 30 days and your program is going to be up and running and perfect and humming and doing all the great things, it's not going to happen. I've seen it. I've launched 90 plus campaigns in my lifetime, and I've seen maybe 3 or 4 that just took off. That's, I think, is really setting the bar high, but also setting the bar low, because it does take time, because you might get it ready and live, but your partners don't have it live and ready yet. And it might take them time to get things rolling. So that's kind of the key thing that I've seen a lot of affiliates. Oh, my program's not doing anything. I haven't seen any clicks. I haven't seen anything. It just takes time and understanding and education, educating your client or your brand that you're working with.
Yeah, I see that a lot. It's really important for marketers to have that expectation that, affiliate does take time to scale, making sure you're bringing on the right partners, getting them sort of up and running, and then kind of bringing on more partners to grow upon that. So that's definitely a key expectation. And then just being, it's not a set and forget channel, like you said. Like, you really need to kind of be involved and looking at the different partners that are joining, making sure you're bringing in high quality partners, and an agency can really help out with that. Just taking a step back, one of the questions that we get a lot is, what does an affiliate marketing agency do? So would love to hear from you, just a good description of what an agency can do to help grow and scale a brand's partner program.
Yeah, and it's here at AIM, we have not just one person on a campaign. We have multiple. We have a dedicated director. We have a dedicated 2 director managers that help with the program. And then we have some, up and coming people in the industry that are on the program too. So it's a team effort, multiple people, not just one, that makes a campaign successful. There's programs out there that have 1 or 2, but most of all our team members have 5 to 6 campaigns. When you get too many, and then you lose the the momentum or the thought of each campaign. So we have multiple people on campaigns, helping setting up the network, making sure it's running perfectly, testing always. I remember when I first started, I came in the morning and I looked at spikes. I looked at anything with that arrow going up and down. I'm like, oh my God, there's fraud. So another thing that we look at is fraud, credit card fraud. It happens. And I think looking at every morning, that's how I got so good at it, because I was watching it and I'm like, oh, there's 200 clicks and there's whatever orders, something's going on. This is different from yesterday. There's no new promotion. So our team really watches that every day, any spikes in a program, because there is fraud out there in every channel. Another thing is we do is weekly status calls. We build reporting for our clients, customized, anything they want, we can build. To see what they want. If they want to look at clicks, they want to look at impressions or whatever, sales, where did that sale come from? What creative did that come from? And with our team is like, we like to look at that and say, oh, that's creative. We'll take that creative and kind of rinse and repeat. I call it creative hacking. I learned it from the social side of the industry when I went and did some consulting with Playbook Media. The creative hacking aspect of what works. Is it a bar? Is it something that slides across? Is it a flashy, sign that says "Buy me"? That's something our team really looks at and tests. And doing audits of programs. That's another key, is doing monthly audits, looking at creative, looking at what the program's doing. Do we need to change out the landing page? Beta testing. testing different landing pages, verticals, whatever. I think our team really focuses on that. And if it doesn't work, let's try something different philosophy. That's how we keep things going. It's never a set it and let it sit there and not doing anything. It's always looking at it and generating new content and new, views. So, and what other thing is with our team is we come up with strategies all the time. And different strategies and different processes to streamline our business for brands. So.
Yeah, it sounds like I know the agencies can add a lot of value when it comes to program strategy in terms of testing out new strategies, bringing in new partnerships. So just being a really strong engine for growth and just having a team behind it that can really, put feet on the ground to kind of help make all of that happen. And it can be hard for a lot of these internal teams, especially if they're either managing multiple channels or just don't have all of the resources, because partnerships takes time, as we all know. So an agency really can help kind of with both growth in partnerships, as well as kind of optimizing the campaign and making sure that they're always moving the bar forward, which is great. And so in choosing and selecting an affiliate agency, what would you consider the key factors that a brand should consider when evaluating one?
If I was a brand, I would look at prior clients. I would look at, case studies. I would look at, the amount of people they have in their company, where, how long they've been around, and talking to people in the industry if they reach out to a network or, reach out to Lori, and they say, referrals. But I think that's, looking at, what they have done in the past and what they're doing in the future is key to looking at an agency. We're not a fit for everybody. I think a lot of times I've heard, I talked to this person over here and they said affiliate is the all and all. It's not, it's going to work. And, not all programs work in the affiliate space. And, finding that correct agency to really fine tune. But now that we have kind of both sides, the B2C and the B2B, it's kind of, I like it because it was just B2C for me in the past. And, now these larger, enterprise SaaS companies are coming to us and saying, hey, we want to stick some money behind this. And we think it can work, generating leads for our software. So, it comes down to is just do the research, finding the right fit. For the longest time, my old company was subscription. I even created a website called Subscription Box Agency, and it was all about subscription. And I managed, I don't know how many FabFitFun, Dollar Shave. I mean, you name it, we touched in the subscription side, and we were good at it. Everybody came to us. So it's the same kind of way, finding that agency that's really good at like the SaaS, like a Moz or whatever that we're working with currently. You got to do the research as a brand to find the right fit and vet out, what agency would be the best for you.
That's great. Yeah. So it sounds like there's a number of criteria to look for: the team, what their track record is, and, the different experiences that they've had growing programs in the past. So I know that we recently released a case study with you for Skillz, where they grew over 1,100% in just 3 months, which is really incredible. What are some of the processes that you use, with both Skillz and other clients to, achieve this type of growth? It's just incredible.
For Skillz, I think the most important thing is having the contact at Skillz being on board and being energetic and being involved in the process of getting to that number. We couldn't have done it without him, because it's, you know, him being transparent, being on board, and giving us the information and the tools to be able to be successful with that campaign in 3 months. You know, it's going through newsletters and actually beta testing, and like going back to the creative hacking, is going back to and finding, you know, ways to, if it's not working, switch it out. You know, look at the traction, doing things like that, and personalizing it. And, you know, I think that was a key to, you know, with the Skillz program, is just having the brand be energetic about what we're doing. And we don't get that a lot of times in the affiliate space. It's like, oh, it's over here. We meet once a week. There's not, you know, we might change out the creative. We don't have time for the creative, the banners. We don't have time to create new content. But when you have that energetic brand wanting the success, is night and day for some programs. If you do that, I think your program will be very successful. It's just putting time into it, and testing and finding ways to be successful with it. And the Skillz team over there has just been, yeah, there's just never seen anything like it. But I want more of that, because if we have partners like that and brands like that, it makes the affiliate space more people are going to come to it.
Yeah, so it sounds like having like a really strong partner on the brand side, being willing to test new things, and you know, putting affiliate as a priority for the brand can really help move the needle and really drive significant growth through the partnerships channel. So just I know we get this question a lot too. So what would you say some of the best practices or tactics and strategies are when you think about, you know, launching and growing a new program versus sort of taking on a more mature program?
You know, I think that's finding the right network, picking the right partner at the beginning, what fits for you. Cost is also a huge thing. You know, if it's a old program, and a program that's been on the platform, is going in and cleaning and auditing the program. That's kind of that aspect of things. Is, you know, sometimes when programs are out there, it's stagnant, they need to upgrade. There might be partners on there we need to get rid of, or there's partners that we need to add. And I think that's, with an audit of a program, is crucial to success, taking over. And that new program is a totally different beast, because it comes down to is getting the creative, getting the pixel, getting the tracking part set up is probably the biggest hurdle. And, you know, our team here, we have a team member that is unbelievable helping clients set up campaigns, because it can go to la la land for the longest time and can't get to it. But so when you have someone proactively on your side, getting the campaign set up is huge. Another thing is like ongoing, you know, reactive, getting campaign partners set up, and following up. So sending that information to them. Hey, are you going to accept the offer? Are you going to run this offer? What do you need for this offer? So our team is kind of like, in the beginning, is really pushing that and getting feedback from our partners and our publishers, and finding the right, you know, what kind of, if they need a special banner, or they need text links, or if it's a media buy. One thing is, like, I always look at, it's a net new program, I always ask the client, like, do you have extra money to spend on media on the side? If there's a special media buy that you, or there's an influencer that we want to work with. So that's kind of a thing at the beginning to really come out of the gate strong. You know, a couple other thing is, like, you know, the recruitment side is probably the number one thing at the first 30 to 60, 90 days of a program when you're launching, is sending the emails out, picking up the phone. I know people don't pick up the phone anymore, but sometimes it's trying to find the partner and find the right fit. But back in the day, we used to pick up the phone and call and say, hey, how are you going to promote this product? And that was one of the number one things. And today, I think we still do that a lot, is finding like, well, how are you going to promote this? Where's this going to show up at? Anything like that is kind of when you're launching a new program. And comes down to is like the Skillz team is having that partner on board, that brand on board, to really understand what we need from them to make this successful in the beginning. And I think that's the biggest hurdle, is like them understanding what we're doing and things like that.
Yeah, so it sounds like there's a lot of great learnings from that. Definitely an audit for a mature program seems like the way to go at the outset, so you can kind of identify what's going on with the program and how to sort of make improvements, whether it's partnerships or other aspects of the program, and then just setting up the tracking and focusing on recruitment for some of the newer programs, which can really help, the program, accelerate growth in those first few months. One of the things you talked about a little bit that would be great if you could expand upon is, I'd love to hear a little bit more from you about the role that technology and automation plays when it comes to scaling affiliate programs.
Yeah, there's kind of multiple aspects of the technology, of fraud and protection. Going back to that again, that's a huge on the technology side. I always ask brands, do you have something on the front end? Do you have on your website, do you have fraud protection on your front end and your back end? I've ran some programs that had both, and to get it through because one thing is it's going to happen and you could get fraud. So technology is important on that side. A/B testing and technology, making sure everything is tracking always, and finding the partner to really work with you on that side. If you're having issues, having tech support is crucial. Building lists inside the system, having the technology as, if they have a marketplace or there's partners out there, is crucial. To scale a program, is, you can't do it without the technology side. You can't do really anything in the affiliate space without the technology side, because, you got to have that tracking system. If people want to get paid, they want to see what kind of data they can pull in. So, what kind of reporting, the network or the technology, it really is aspect to growing a program. Looking at dates, spikes, anything like that is also crucial. But we live inside that technology to promote, to help our brands promote, and if we didn't have it, we wouldn't be here today. So it's nice. And then now with influencers, we can track, sales from influencers through, back in the day, it was just vanity codes. Now we can track everything because they have links here and there to see what the influencers are doing. So that's another aspect of technology that's helped dramatically in our space with influencers, even on like CTV and anything like that. So it's technology is a huge, huge thing for us.
Yeah, and it seems like having a platform that has strong tracking and attribution, so you're able to measure everything and optimize your program, as well as a strong marketplace, and then really strong partnership and customer support can really make a difference for an affiliate program when they're considering technology and automation as a key lever in scaling their affiliate programs. We talked about affiliate recruitment a little bit, but I was hoping that you could expand upon it and just talk a little bit about how what's all-inclusive marketing's approach to identifying and really nurturing what you would consider like high potential affiliates that can drive growth for brands.
Yeah, it's, I think all campaigns are different and different partners are different that can drive the traffic. We we obviously been around. We have a huge list of partners that we work with, but there's always new ones. Seems like they're coming up, and it's like, oh, we want to test that. That's, I love the new programs you'll see that are coming on. Some want flat fees, some want, but I like testing new things and seeing, what they can do. Capping programs, especially in the B2B space. That's, there's not as many partners that we can work with like on the B2C side. So it's much different. So we have to be strategic on what we do, what kind of partner we're working with, finding that right partner, asking him what's, if you take this campaign, I mean, are you going to be able to drive any kind of traffic? Is it only going to be clicks? Are you going to be able to get any leads? What's your demographics that you're going? Is it through email? So, finding the right, finding the right partner is such a crucial thing, and identifying and growing. What else can we do? Is there a placement we can do to increase this? If things are coming in well. It comes down to, it's just like every partner might be different in variations. If it's a SaaS software or it's a B2B CRM or anything like that, it could be a totally different partner that we're working with. But I think we're finding more and more B2B partners that we can work with to drive more traffic. And our team is like top notch on the B2B side. To be honest, it is like, I'm loving it. And I've always said back in the day, I'm like, B2B is the market to go. I was telling a bunch of people in the industry, and I'm like, everybody's going to get on it, and it's becoming more and more valuable to a brand. So, yeah.
Are there any categories of partners or types of partners that you're really excited about right now?
I would say, email is always one that's always going to be there. The content is huge in the B2B space, is building that content, getting it on the different review sites. That's a big aspect for the B2B market. Review sites, definitely. Publications, are always big on that, tech magazines, PC magazines, or PC sites, or Mac sites, anything like that has to do with any kind of technology. I think there's more and more partners out there that we're finding and we're working with, that might not have worked in the space, but it seems like it's opening up more and more now.
That's great. So turning to metrics, I know a lot of brands, have different metrics that they look at. But what, from your perspective, on the agency side, what key metrics would you recommend that a brand focus on to effectively really manage and scale their partnerships? Looking at, you kind of mentioned quality and some other things, but what would you focus on?
Looking at, it comes down, especially on the B2B space, it's like getting information back from the brand and say, hey, what's converting? What's, if they have a call center, or their sales team's following up with the lead that comes through, and getting data back from the partners is also crucial, because sometimes that doesn't show up in our metrics on, in our system. So getting feedback from the partners on, okay, what's converting, what percentage is this converting at? Do we need to change something up? Is it the payout? Do we need to increase the payout to get higher quality? Is that something we need to test? It goes back to like the Skillz thing, is working with the brand and getting that real-time information from them, and see if what's working and what's not working, to get real key metrics and see, do we need to switch this up a little bit to make it, work a little better? And yes, payout it always comes back. Okay, what kind of payout you're going to give me? That's always the big thing, on quality with programs. But I think that, the metrics is, finding and just keep an eye on it and really changing things up and maybe have multiple campaigns and test it, that lead form to this lead form, or if it's 4, sections to fill out, or there's anything like that. So it comes down to is just, pulling that information from the client and getting the correct information.
That's great. And you talked about this a little bit, but what are some ways that you take to really optimize some of those affiliate relationships for better performance? You talked a little bit about kind of adjusting commissions and things like that, but are there any other kind of strategies that you would recommend to kind of build those partnerships and make sure that they're working at at optimal capacity?
Yeah, it's, I think that's campaign by campaign basis. Some can just, sit there and we just look at it and see, yeah, it's doing great. Let's just make a little tweak here. Optimizing it and, asking, it comes down to is like, I always ask brands, what else are you doing in the performance side, or how much are you spending on Facebook or CPMs or, all your other channels? Sometimes when a program is not doing anything and they're putting all their eggs in what affiliate, is not going to work. You have to have multiple channels running at the same time to really make a program successful, because they're going to go to your Facebook, they're going to go to your LinkedIn, or they're going to look you up on Google for your AdWords and see, is this product, they're going to do the research. So having, one thing is I always ask is I put the metrics in is like, okay, they're doing X amount in social, blah, blah, blah. I think that really optimize a program in full when they're doing other things in marketing. If they're not doing any marketing, it's hard on our side to really grow a program to be what they want it to be. And I think that's the biggest thing for optimizing programs. And, going into shows and saying, hey, we're the agency of record for XYZ, talking about that. And that's a huge way to optimize programs and get people on board. It's doing case studies, white papers also behind it. What we do at AIM, we have a great marketing team that really does a lot of white papers, testimonials to really show that we can grow the program. And, it comes down to that. But, it's just, the optimized program is increasing payout also too, might be doing a test at 20% higher for the month and see what they can drive traffic. So we incentivize our partners that way too.
Yeah, I definitely see a lot of value in doing cross-channel marketing to kind of accelerate your affiliate performance, because it definitely can raise awareness and learnings that the brand can apply to their affiliate program. So definitely see a lot of value in that, and it sounds like that's working for your clients as well. Just one last question here before we wrap things up. What are some trends that you're currently seeing across affiliate and influencer marketing? What are some in the market right now?
I've seen more brands that I would never think would be an influencer and want to ask for influencers are asking for it. From trucking companies to parts companies to you name it, are looking for it. And I think, yes, it has broadened. It's still difficult to find influencers that really, can focus on certain things. But they're out there, and I never, it might cost you a little money on the influencer side, but sometimes it's pay to play kind of situation. If they're out there talking about your product and getting it out there and you need it, then do it. I always say that. And, I'm seeing, affiliate, sometimes it's been this for many years, and it's coming up in more conversations. I think more people want it as a channel. I think affiliate's been like that behind the scenes kind of program that the SEO managers, the social managers, the marketing people, oh, that's going to take my budget away kind of philosophy. But it truly isn't. It is something that it does work if it's done right. And, I wish more and more people get on board with it. And I think it is growing. I just was looking at our show stats of all the shows in our industry from when I first started to now. The growth in the affiliate space has been just huge. And, I'll be in it until I can be in it anymore. And, I try to get away, but I'm still here. But it keeps bringing me in. But I know with like CTV is such a huge channel now that they're doing it on performance. But that's another thing that, all these new things are coming in. It's just not a coupon focused company that a lot of people, a coupon business that a lot of people, think it is. But I'm excited every year and I love my job. So, yes.
That's great. Yeah, I know it's exciting to see affiliate marketing come more to the forefront, especially over the recent years. I know it's been a little bit more hidden than some of the other marketing channels. So it's exciting to see the value that, both B2C and B2B brands are, recognizing, what a valuable channel it is and how important it is to their business. Well, I just want to thank everyone for joining us today. And big thanks to you, Jason, for joining us and sharing all these valuable insights. It's really, it's great for us to dive into these topics that can really, help brands drive growth through partnerships. And to everyone tuning in, we hope you enjoyed this chat and walked away with some actionable takeaways. If you have any thoughts or questions, Jason, is there a good way to contact you?
Yeah, just you can email me at Jason at All Inclusive Marketing, or hit me up on LinkedIn. Always love to chat on LinkedIn. That's my kind of my go-to. So just email me or look me up on LinkedIn, and love to chat more.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.